My daughter, I believe our people can come together again. But someone has to take the first step.
Now, in order to restore peace, we must find the last dragon.
You are notably Vietnamese American, and Kumandra is inspired by Southeast Asia. What touches and nods to the culture did you really appreciate in the film? And also, did watching the movie make you as starving as it made me?
Yes, it did make me starving. Well, I'm also always starving, so it just made my starvation worse. I will say, I feel like there's so many moments in this movie where I felt seen in a cultural sense, if I'm saying that correctly, but just from not only the food, but also the style of martial arts that's depicted in this movie is specifically Southeast Asian. The fabrics and the colors that people are wearing were definitely inspired from the region. And even little moments like when young Raya and young Marie take off their shoes before they go in to see the dragon gem. So many of those little things made me feel seen. And I think it says a lot about just the meticulousness with which people approached this movie, knowing that they wanted to be as authentic as possible to this part of the world. So I'm stoked.
The message of the film is in part about togetherness and inclusion rather than exclusion, and about sort of coming together. There are certainly some lines to be drawn to American culture right now in that message. How do you sort of feel about that idea?
No, I absolutely agree. I think with something like this, it's really, you never really know the world you're releasing something into, if that makes sense. This movie was in its ideas, the idea of the movie was created so long ago, and then it took so many years to get it to where it is now. A movie whose themes are universal, but at the same time so timely. The importance of that it weighs really heavily, if that makes sense. It is really important to me that we're part of a movie that feels like it is addressing some of the things happening in the world today. The fact that Kumandra was a place of unity and then became a broken world. And here are these characters trying to figure out how to find the good in each other again after having demonized each other for so long. It feels definitely relevant for sure.
I, of course, have to know which part of Kumandra would you like to live in? If you're going to settle, are you a talent? What landscape is looking the best to you?
Well, I think it depends on when, because I feel like by the end, Heart is dope. But the whole time, Fang has the best infrastructure and best schools. So I would love to. I'd love to visit all of them, but I think either Heart or Fang probably.
In what ways are you like Raya, and in what ways are you different? Obviously, you don't ride a huge pill bug. I mean, unless you do, and I don't know. But
I like to keep my private life out of this interview. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I feel like there's so many. It's such a strange thing to be an actor because the way into a character is finding a commonality between the two. And then I feel like for me, if I do it right, then by the end of it, I'm totally enmeshed with the character and can't tell who's who and what's what. And I feel like that's definitely what happened here with Raya. She has so many qualities that I think I would like to see in myself. But at the end of the day, I think the thing that she does really well is there are moments in this movie where she definitely believes that the world is broken and pretty hopeless. And by the end of the movie, she's risking everything to fight for a world that's better than the one that she's currently existing in, regardless of the fact that she's not even sure if it's going to work out. She's not even sure if it's even possible. And yet she still takes that step. And I think for me, that's something that I want to practice in my life every day, and something that I want to take with me from playing this character. Yeah.
Maybe it's broken because you don't trust anyone. You just have to take the first step.